Welcome to Brand Lover, honest, real, and lively conversations for flourishing entrepreneurs and budding business owners on a mission to cultivate a heartfelt brand that connects with their purpose-driven mission. My hope is that you walk away feeling inspired and refreshed with a weekly takeaway in your back pocket that you can apply to your life or business. Hey lovely, I'm so excited to announce that the doors to my signature brand foundation program, Brand Alchemy, are opening this Wednesday, the 23rd of August. And to celebrate, I'm hosting 2 free live workshops, Brand Camp. So if you would like to know what it takes to amplify your confidence with an irresistible brand, come and join me. I'm hosting the first one tonight, the 21st of August, Monday at 7 p.m. Adelaide time, and another one on the 22nd of August at 12 p.m. Adelaide time. So hit the link below in the show notes, register now, there's still time, it's not too late, and I'd love to see you there. Sarah Actag is the founder of Eliza Stock, a stock photography membership offering unique stock images for busy female solopreneurs who are ready to elevate their brand and never run out of content. Amazing. For almost a decade, she ran a successful wedding photography business in Tasmania and moved to Melbourne in 2020, where she launched her product photography business, amongst a few other things, which we will explore soon. And the rest, as they say, is history. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It's really lovely to be here.
A pleasure to have a chat with you on the podcast. So tell us a little bit about Sarah on a personal level.
Sure. So I am a mum of 3 gorgeous children, 1 boy and 2 girls, and we live in Melbourne currently. And yeah, I am a chocolate lover. I've got to say,
Lover.
chocolate lover. Yep.
Perhaps that's why we get along so well. I can't go a day without eating chocolate.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Integral part of the diet, I say. So how did it all begin for you? And I mean by when I say it, I mean like the entrepreneurial journey. Were you always a photographer? Take us right back to the beginning.
Sure. So I think it was just after I had my second child. No. Oh, gosh, my memory's gone on me.
That's what happens when you have children.
I remember between one of the children, I was started helping my dad. He was a wedding photographer, and I just was helping him out as an assistant and going along to the weddings. And eventually, I really loved it, and so I started my own business, and it just took off from there. And yeah,
and you loved it.
Yeah, I think it's just in my blood, the photography, the creative. Yeah.
Well, in saying that, your daughters also have a knack for photography, don't they?
They do.
Lovely.
I actually found a little note this morning in my daughter's room. She's doing photography, and it said that she chose to do it at school because her mum's a photographer and she loves it, and she loves helping me. So I'm like,
oh, that's so beautiful. It's like it's been passed down through the generations. What a legacy. So I know that you're a very humble soul and you don't like talking about yourself. So I know that this is a little tricky for you. But as a well-known photographer in Tassie, what prompted the decision to pivot your brand?
Yeah, sure. So in 2020, we moved as a family from Tasmania to Melbourne. And of course, everyone knows COVID hit, lockdowns.
Yeah.
So flying back from our weddings became pretty tricky. It kind of just stopped. And I tried to fit in a few here and there when the borders were open, but it was really evident that it wasn't happening.
Was it the plan when you moved? Was the plan to still service Tassie as
wedding and then expand into Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So from there, I had to really think of something to do. And so I started photographing products from my kitchen bench, to be honest, because I wasn't set up for a studio.
Yeah.
And then I gradually began photographing more and more products, and then decided to create a stock membership.
And how did that idea come about?
Actually, someone um, in my circle suggested that they thought that that would really suit me and I would be good at it. And the more I looked into it, the more I felt like it was a great fit for me and my family and just felt right.
And what's life like now compared with having to go out and photograph every weekend, like Saturdays, Sundays, and work those long hours? Now that you've sort of gone through the COVID debacle, but come out the other side with a completely different business model.
Yeah.
How does that fit for you now?
It's really interesting because the weddings are so long and they are quite stressful. You can't miss a moment. And I thought moving into the product photography that it would be like, I wouldn't miss it, all the stress that comes with it. But last year I still had 1 or 2 bookings and I flew back to Tassie to do it. And oh my gosh, I love the weddings.
Oh.
It just sparks something. The day, they're long,
Yeah.
days. And they're on weekends, which makes it hard with kids and babysitting and all that. But I did love the wedding photography. I really did. But yes, I am enjoying this new adventure. The pros are that I get to work from home and that I've got my studio in my garage.
Yeah.
So it really fits around the kids, which we need to do.
Yeah, in this phase of life, and I know that your age categories of your children are quite expansive. So to have that availability is a beautiful gift, but it sounds like weddings may not be off the cards completely forever.
No, look, if someone came to me and really wanted me to do it, I think if I could work out the babysitter situation, I would jump at it.
You'd be there.
I really do love them.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. So now I know you've only mentioned a couple, but you do have several online brands under your belt.
Yes.
So would you like to tell us about each of them, please?
Sure. So as I mentioned, the product photography, which is my first one that I pivoted to. And then I have Eliza Stock, which is a membership full of stock images. There are now over 5,000 stock images.
Amazing.
Yeah, I feel really proud. I don't think people kind of realize how much effort and time it takes to plan, edit, photograph, and even uploading them takes a long time. So, yeah, really proud of that achievement.
And you release weekly?
Yes, I do. New collection every week. I say on my website, I think I say 15 images, but I normally produce like 60 because I just love to put the collection together and have it make sense and kind of gel and yeah.
A classic case of over-delivering. I love it.
Yes.
All right.
And my newest one is Financial Stock Images, which is another stock site, but this one isn't a membership. It's for anyone who wants to go in and just buy the individual image, but you can buy a social media quality one or a print one, and you can also get a commercial license so you can use it within other people's businesses and print and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and tell us about that. Like, tell us about the sort of the reasoning behind launching that particular stock site.
Yeah, so with my membership, I've noticed that a lot of the women were using my images, my finance images, so the ones with really pretty looking images with Australian currency in them. So I wanted to create images just for that. I felt like after doing my research, there wasn't images like that out there. There wasn't images for women in the finance industry in Australia. It was more like American or men or in suits. Yeah.
Very corporate.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And so, and I, even as a graphic designer, I mean, not that so much anymore, but I guess when I was working particularly in magazine publishing and that sort of thing, like to try and find a lovely, aesthetically pleasing stock image of Australian, like featuring Australian currency, is so rare. And the ones that are out there have been used like hundreds, thousands of times. So they're not very, unique. So yeah, I'm excited to hear what comes of that particular brand for you. I feel like you've got this lovely way of seeing a gap in the market and, putting your hand up and going, yeah, I can feel that.
I knew I could do it, and I wanted to do it, and I wanted to have images there for women who need them. It's still new. Technically, I haven't officially launched it yet, but it's up there. It's up there. I tell people about it.
We haven't had an official launch party yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
But there's about 300 images up there ready, and actually people have been buying them. So
great.
It's great.
It's so great.
It's beautiful to see them in people's businesses and on their feeds.
Yeah. What a gift. Do you get a buzz from that?
I do. I really get excited. I would hate to think if someone recorded me when they going through my phone and I thought,
I think we're all guilty of the small business owner happy dance in the kitchen, and my kids know usually when something's up.
Yes.
Mum's gone wild and they start cheering. What happened,
Mum? I know, they get excited with you.
So sweet, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, all right. So sorry. I got really clearly very excited. Okay, I have a question for you. What did you find, like particularly in those early stages, 2020, when everyone seemed to be moving online, like you coming from a in-person service-based business, what did you find most challenging about marketing an online service?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I guess sales really I found really challenging. A different way to present yourself. Because the weddings are local, it's very word of mouth. And people just get to know you within the industry. But yes, starting brand new and servicing business, it's really, and especially moving locations too. People don't know you.
Yeah, without a safety net. And also I didn't pick up on it, but you're right, like having that, like instead of a business to consumer, it's business to business.
Yeah.
And that's an entirely different kettle of fish.
It is.
Yeah. Because business owners are quite savvy in their own marketing. So like we're all like a little bit, we're a little bit more cautious perhaps. But I'd love to know what steps you did take to establish your brand or brands in their infancy stages.
Yeah. Well, honestly, one of the biggest things and best decisions I made was with you. I did the brand Alchemy and actually did it more than once.
Yes.
It was that good, and I wanted to do it with both of my brands, and really establishing the groundwork and building up from there.
Yeah.
I think that's been really important. And also networking. So just meeting new people really online.
Yeah.
Everything's been online, but it's been wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like some of my biggest cheerleaders I've never actually met in real life, like just lovely. Right. There's such like a lovely network of especially female founded online business owners in Australia. And, quite often it's those people that you don't even ask to share things and they're out there just spreading the word. I think it's just a lovely culture that we sort of are able to immerse ourselves in. And I see that happening for you as well in your stories. It's
I'm being very lucky lately. I've had some beautiful women sharing my things just out of the book, and it's just like,
well, your work is beautiful, so it's worthy of being shared.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so wrapping up, what tips do you have for a service provider wanting to launch an online membership?
Yeah, that's a tricky question. I think there's so much things that really you need to take in. Research is a good idea.
Yeah.
Definitely do research. And branding, definitely get your branding right at the beginning. Yeah, being confused about your market, you don't know where you're going. So yeah, I think they would be the places to start.
Solid.
Mm.
Solid advice. Start at the beginning. Don't rush. Don't rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. All right, I have some rapid fire questions for you. So I'm
Yes.
just going to say something and then it's just whatever comes top of mind. So what's your favorite app?
Oh, that's interesting. I know it's going to be rapid. Oh, how about app that I use the most?
Yep.
Instagram.
Yay. All right, favorite time of day?
Morning.
You are a morning person, aren't you?
Yes, definitely.
I can't understand those people.
Sorry.
That's all right. I just love a good sleep in. Okay, favorite exercise?
I'm doing Pilates at the moment and liking that, but walking as well. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, walking's nice.
Mm.
Okay, favorite habit or ritual?
Can I say eating chocolate?
Yes, of course. And that might be the same answer for this next one. Favorite way to relax?
I actually like the beach. I like sitting at the beach, especially when it's quiet, no one's busy, and just taking it all in warmer weather.
In
Preferably.
warmer weather. Yeah, I love to sneak down to the beach on a weekday when the kids are at school.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful and nice.
It is.
All right, finally, your favorite thing about your business?
I'm going to say the women I get to meet. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met some incredible people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's sort of something that's like a bit of a byproduct, isn't it? Like you never really expect that.
That's right. I wouldn't have ever expected the support that I got or get from the women around me. Considering we haven't even met in person, most of them.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
Yes. I love it. I love it. All right. And so where can we find you? What are all the places that all your lovely brands, your little collection? That's probably likely to grow in the future, I'm assuming. So yeah, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
I'm most active on Instagram, so at brand Eliza Stock.
Yep.
And for my finance stock site, Financial Stock Images. I am on the other platforms, but nowhere near as active. Just jump in every so often.
Yeah. So go and say hello to Sarah on Instagram. If you have got a product-based business and you are seeking some incredibly unique and beautiful and cohesive product-based imagery, go and say hi to Sarah. She's super professional and just an all-round lovely lady. And if you are a woman in business who's seeking really unique images to use, like in your content or your social media posts or blogs or on your website and that sort of thing, definitely check out Sarah's membership. And if you're a bookkeeper or accountant or heading into that financial space, she has something for you too. So thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It's really been a pleasure having this chat with you.
If you found this episode inspiring or helpful, I invite you to share the link with another woman in business or someone who needs to hear this message. Every woman we can support to grow a meaningful, profitable brand is another woman who is free to live a purposeful life for herself and be more present for her family. None of us are alone in the challenges we face in business, but the solution can start with a gift from someone else, and it could be a podcast episode just like this one. Thank you for listening.